Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty, and today we're in Romney, West Virginia, looking at lot number 48 of Sugar Run subdivision. This lot's 5 acres and some change. And the big thing about this lot, it's fully functional. It has all the utilities on it. And I just wanted to point out here, the lot's located back here at the end of a cul-de-sac. I just wanted to start the video here, and I want to show you from back here what the lot looks like. So as you'll see right here, this is the cul-de-sac. It's Sugar Run Lane. And then the driveway goes right off the cul-de-sac back here, and you'll see there's an old camper on this lot, and this is where kind of like the build site is in here. Then it slopes off the ridge down into the bottom of the hollow over here to the right here. But we'll go back here and check it out, but I just kind of wanted to show you from the cul-de-sac. Like right there's where the driveway goes in. You can see the little culvert right there across the driveway sticking up. But let's go check it out. Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty. I'm back on lot 48 here in Sugar Run. As you can see, my truck parked here in the driveway. It's probably about 300 to 400 foot back in here off the cul-de-sac. And there's a couple wonky things about this place a little bit, and I'll just point those out. So you'll see another camper in a shed right there. That's on the neighbor's lot. The property line kind of splits this ridge, and it doesn't look like anybody's been at that place in a long time. Matter of fact, this owner knows that owner, and they haven't been here a long time. And my owner hasn't been here in several years. And so what you see here is what you get. You get an old boat, an old shed with some stuff in it, and an old camper that needs to be pulled out of here. So all this stuff comes with the deal whether you want it or not. But that's part of the reason the price is the way it is. It's such an attractive price, knowing that you got to do some stuff here. And then the neighbor's house that's not part of the development is right up there, kind of like on top of the hill. So even though you're back here at the end of the cul-de-sac, there are people around somewhat, more so that neighbor, the folks that live in that house, but you're kind of down over the hill from that. But I'm going to kind of point out the highlights here and kind of like the good stuff about the property and what you could do with it. So this place is underground electric back in here. And you'll see, I'll just walk you over here and show you the panel and stuff. So there's underground electric run back here. So you got to plug in your meter socket, and then the breaker for the well pump is right there. And the owner has replaced the well pump here in the last so many years. I think that's about, you know, the only repair he's ever had to make here, and it works. So just to show you, you got a frost-free hydrant here. You got water. The well here is 420 foot deep, and it gets 2 gallons a minute, which when the well's that deep, you know, and you got 2 gallons a minute, that's plenty of water. And there's a 3-bedroom septic here. So show you where the septic is. Pretty easy. And they had the camper. The camper's rough. It just needs pulled out of here and junked. But there's the line coming out. And you'll see like a settled area right here. I mean, the septic tank, I'm standing on it right here. And the drain lines, I got a good schematic of it. All the drain lines run back this direction from the tank. So all your septic lines are out this way. Now, I say all that to say this. This lot has a really good building site on it. So what you would do is, like right about in here, it's kind of slopes off gently right here before it really starts to slope down into that hollow. And this will be a lot easier to see in the wintertime. But if you take some trees out here, which you're going to have to do to build something anyways, if you did want to build here, you're going to have a really super nice view of Romney Mountain, and you're looking back to the east in that direction. And what that does, That kind of gets you away from the neighbors somewhat, kind of tucks you down in here. And this rolls off, this little point runs down here. You know, the taper's fine here. In other words, so this would be easy to work with for a building site right in here. And you're going to have a nice view of Romney Mountain, and that's going to get you away, you know, from the neighbor there with the camper somewhat and give you a little bit more privacy. And the only downside of that is it's pretty easy to fix. You'd pump your septic, you put a pump in, which not that expensive, and pump your septic back up to the tank here. That would be the only thing. I mean, the well's over there, but you would just pump your septic back up into the tank and then it would feed out into the field. That's done more than what most people think. So that way you can utilize all the stuff that's already here, because that's the real beauty of this lot. And the real selling feature is once you get this other old camper out of here or whatever, you know, you can pull your own camper in here. You got an RV, something like that. It's ready to plug in and power up. I mean, all the utilities are here. And to put that in today's prices, okay, so that 400-foot well and the pump system is going to cost you $15,000. A 3-bedroom septic system, $10,000. That's up to $25,000. The electric, you don't get any free lunch if you're putting electric in just for a camper. So that's about $10 a foot to bury the conduit. And I will just call that, you know, 300 feet, there's $3,000. And to put up a panel and stuff today costs about $2,500. And you got to pay the power company to pull the wire, which is another $10 a foot to pull wire. So just the electric service today to get it back here, if you were starting from scratch and just wanted it for a camper, it's going to cost you about $8,000 for that. Okay, so now we're up to about $32,000. Then you got to have a driveway to get back in here. Okay, and it's not much of a driveway here, but just not even being generous, $3,000 for that. So there's easily $35,000. It would cost you at least $35,000, you know, on this lot today to replicate what's here in terms of the infrastructure. So we're only asking $49,900 for this place. So that's like you're only paying $15,000 for the lot. It's a pretty good deal if you want to look at it that way. But to find something fully functional these days that has all the utilities on it, 5 acres for under $50,000, next to impossible. Now I'm still going down here. I'm here on this point that runs down. But this would set up very nice if you wanted to build a house here. You dig back and have a walkout basement. And the trees are just so big here, but you're gonna have, I'll try to zoom through here, a really nice view to the east looking into Romney Mountain. All hardwoods here, it's nice woods, and it just goes down to the bottom here into the hollow. So there's good value here. I mean, there's some wonky things, like the neighbors are kind of close, you know, and you're gonna have to get rid of the stuff that's here. But if those weren't the cases, you know, somebody'd be asking $75,000 for this lot with all the utilities on it. So hopefully that puts it into perspective for everybody. And another thing, we're less than 10 minutes from Romney here. Location's good. We're maybe good roads, really easy to get here. They take good care of the roads in here. I think the road dues, the HOA dues in here might be like $100, $150 a year. It's cheap. We're maybe a mile off the paved road here. Not very far, so you're out here, but you're not that far out here, if you know what I'm saying. Super close to the South Branch of Potomac River, trout fishing in Mill Creek, stuff super close to here. You know, you could hunt here. I mean, good place to shoot down across this hollow in the bank. hunt, shoot here. All that's good. Like I said, the woods are pretty clean, all hardwoods. Walk you up here one more time. Show you everything. Big hickory tree right there, massive hickory. So the camper, that skid there's holding the door shut. I looked in there, it's not pretty. And then the shed has some old mopeds or something in it and some camping supplies. You know, you're gonna have to deal with all this stuff, but that's why it's $50,000 and not $75,000. So come check it out. Lot 48 Sugar Run, 5 acres, fully functional.